Welcome back, everybody, to the Two Idiots franchise with the Chicago Cubs. After the victory in Game 2 off of the back of many home runs, and Harry Ford in particular throwing two over the wall, we were able to take Game 2 and tie up the World Series. And now, in Game 3, what we'll see today is Bailey Ober versus Gavin Williams, and Gavin has been good in the postseason. Welcome to Wrigley Field, everybody. It's Game 3 of the World Series in 2026 as we are back in this legendary stadium for Game 3, 4, and 5. And that could possibly be all that we need to finish this series in the best way possible. That's right. If we take our home stretch of these 3 games, we will have won the World Series in 5.
Inside ball.
Man, winning at home would be so great.
It would be so poetic.
Yeah, it's just the perfect way to end the series, end the season, the whole thing. It'd just be the cherry on top.
Yeah, and it's been such a journey to get here over 3 years. So many hours of research and scouting and development and strategy and roster moves. I mean, it's taken a lot of work. I know this is just a game, but the amount of effort that we put in has been very real, and that's why it's so easy to get invested in somebody. Like, I had no affiliation with the Chicago Cubs, as Gavin Williams will get the first out of the game on a strikeout. But I had no real feelings towards Chicago prior to us starting this, and man, I've really grown to love them, just fully based on this game.
Yeah, it's you see stats on players. It's like, oh, I know that guy from the Cubbies, or oh, he was on the Cubs when we had him for a while, or you hear news about a player like the recent news of Nick Madrigal, who's no longer a Cub, but he get injured and he's out for the season already in spring training. Yeah. You know, it's like, oh, damn.
Pick that up.
Like I have no affiliation with Nick Madrigal at all, but you know, I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, you develop an affinity for them based on what they do here in the show, and then that bleeds over into real life to where I root for these guys. So that was actually a large part. I've got this game to thank and the series that you and I run here because, you know, getting back into baseball last year was largely off of the back of you and I running our national series. And what I mean is that I didn't really watch much baseball, but I've always played this game. I know we've talked about a little bit about our backgrounds. As a liner is stopped at shortstop. Fantastic defense by Jordan Lawler once again. And Wrigley sees no score and no hit at the top of the first.
Didn't give me an option to do a replay on that. I was going to replay that.
That's pretty cool. But anyways, we talked about it. I played baseball when I was a kid. I've been a big fan my whole life. But I had stopped watching baseball from my early teens up until a year ago, basically. And I watched the 2024 season, mainly just the Orioles. But through you and I doing the series and the affinity we've been able to develop for these players from different organizations and these teams that we've picked, Nationals and Cubs now, I certainly look on them favorably and I root for them in the scenarios that I'm able to, you know, when they're not going against a team that I have more affinity for. So, yeah, there's certain players that we've gravitated towards and that I really enjoy. You know, like when we called up Porter Hodge, and he had his fantastic year with us. And then later on, last year in real life, that was reflected when they called Porter Hodge up. And he had like a 1.8 ERA over 60 innings.
Yeah, I remember that.
He did absolutely unbelievable. And that was after you and I did it. And so it was a goosebumps moment of, wow, we literally just simulated real life before they did. That was incredible.
Yeah, it's so neat. It's the same thing as when I play, like, my road to the show, and I'm playing against the, because, you know, it's depending on which road to the show I'm playing and what year it is, like, the players, some of them are still on the original teams because I have a road to the show that's only in the second year, or if I go into my closer, who is, like, in 2030 something, like, all the players, major league players, are mostly gone. Like, the big names, the guys that are, like, the big veteran guys are long gone now, so it's weird to see teams with players I don't know who they are because they're, you know, computer generator, the odd guy that's still kicking around. But yeah, going through that and like playing as a closer, And the years I played, striking out players like, oh, there's Jordan Walker, oh, there's so and so, or I struck out Soto, and it's like you get that, because we play them in this franchise, and then we play them, as their own franchises or in Road to the Show. It's like so cool to see them, and then it bleeds definitely over in real life.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a neat experience. And when we're watching the game, and my wife and I, it'll be like, oh, we had him on the Cubbies, or he's on the Cubs, he's so awesome, or whatever. Yeah, it's great. It's so funny.
Well, and for Chicago, it's translated. Walker watches strike 3 on the outer edge. It's translated for me as well to a real sense because I, in the show, discovered Pete Crow Armstrong. That was one of my favorite players early on because of how fast he was. I really loved his speed. And so I became a fan of his in the game. And I was like, oh man, whatever franchise I play with, I need to get PCA because that speed in center field is invaluable. I love stealing bases. I love the aggression there. That's so well documented through this series and through mine. But PCA was a guy that I only knew from this game. Then I started watching him in real life. Last year he had that one. It was like, I don't remember the actual time, the clock speed of him rounding every base, but it was an inside the park home run, and he got through all of the bases in some absurd low number. I think it was like 12 seconds or something.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And I was like, oh my god, like he really is actually that fast, and it was incredible. And so me being a fan of the game translated to me watching him in real life, translated into I now have 2 Cubs t-shirts, and I have a Pete Crow Armstrong jersey. Because I'm such a fan, and that began with this game and then watching it in real life, and yeah, it's just continued. So it's just been awesome. The reintroduction of baseball into my life this last year, and with Sarah as well, has just rekindled a passion that we both used to have, and it's just been awesome getting back into baseball with my wife, man. It's been so much fun having a baseball buddy to go to games with, to talk shop and talk about certain players. And we don't like the same exact teams all the time or the same exact players. And so it's so cool watching her get excited for things too.
Yeah, my wife, she was never a ball fan at all. Whenever we go visit my parents, and my dad's a ball fan. Growing up, me and my dad watched ball. He's been watching the Jays since they became a team, and so when they used to watch ball with my dad and watch it, a bit, and I got away from watching it for a while too, and then I just kind of got the itch to get back into it and watched it, and my wife would just kind of zone out, wouldn't really pay attention, and then we go over to my parents for a visit. We'd be talking baseball, and my wife would instantly pick up her phone, oh, they're talking baseball, so she wasn't interested, but now she's asking questions, she's watching, she's like, when's the game on? She's asking, who do we sign? What are we going after? She's right into it now, too. It's great.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It's so much fun.
Alex Kirilloff is another one that I became a fan of from this franchise. Well, from this game, let me say it that way. So he'll pop up into right field, and we've gone through 1.5 innings so far. Alex Kirilloff was another one that I had gotten in, I think, my athletics franchise that I was running in the show. And I just needed somebody, in his position, and his numbers looked like he was going to be okay for a couple years. And he turned out, playing with him, to be one of my favorite players to play with. Certain guys just have, their batting stance or their swing or something you just click with, and it feels really good to bat with certain players. For me, Alex Kirilloff was one of those guys, and so I became a fan of his in real life as well. Similar thing from PCA. I don't have a Kirilloff jersey, but if I watch a Twins game, you bet your ass that I'm looking for Alex Kirilloff.
Yeah. Oh! There we go! His first
and
hit!
Vladdy is back in the column! 107 off the bat. A 415-foot home run to left field, and the Cubs take the lead.
His first World Series hit's a fucking home run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on now.
That was a little inside there, umpire. Wipe your eyes.
Jeez.
We know you've been crying whacking over family reunion photos again.
Ugh. Lawler is going to hit that to first and he'll be out. That gave me the ick.
It's supposed to.
Like, wow, yeah, Vladdy with a home run. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Good to see you.
That was awesome. Those no-daters are fucking exciting, though.
They're so the camera angle, the crack of the bat, knowing that it's gone. It's just, man, it's great.
Yeah.
0-2 against James Wood now.
Dribbler.
Yeah, just barely was able to get a hold of that and bring it to short, but that's out number 2. He's another one that I only knew from this game and from our franchise. The dive from short, and he can't get it as Young will get that through into center field for a 2-out single. I only knew him from our Nationals franchise, and then, now here, of course, but James Wood, I had no knowledge of, and then now seeing, him as one of the top-ranked prospects for Washington, in real life, and like this exciting young core that they're building, and James Wood is part of that. It's so exciting to see, there's so much talk of like art imitating life and vice versa, but it speaks to how well certain parts of this game really do translate. I know this is not a full simulation, but there are aspects to this game that are so well done that when it happens, just again, like the Porter Hodge situation, it blew my mind and it continues to blow it because I've never experienced something like that before, to where we did something out of left field, completely random. We laughed about it. It worked out wildly successfully, like we could not have dreamed of. And the same thing happens. And like, if life is a simulation, it just glitched and showed its true nature right there for a second.
Yeah, it sure did.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a Matrix moment.
Yeah, and it's funny too when you watch a game, in real life, and then all of a sudden we're playing a game and you see players, and something happens in the game that you've seen happen within and not just like home runs or base hits, but the crazy plays, the flips, of the double plays, the crazy dives. When you watch it happen in the game, you almost forget you're watching the game because you've watched that happen in real life.
Yeah. Got it. The only thing separating me from like believing this is a real game is the PS3 graphics, but
yeah.
Other than that, yeah, the feeling involved is for sure authentic.
Like when you play sports games, like I'll play a lot of other ones. Oh, I've played golf in real life. I play golf games, and that's fun. Hockey. Watching hockey when I was growing up, and now play. Not that I play a lot of hockey games anymore, but when I used to play a lot of hockey, it was like so cool to like kind of score a goal or watch your goalie make a cool save because you watch that stuff in real life or have done it. And it's so neat.
Yep.
It kind of gives a weird feeling. I don't know what it is. It's like, oh, I've seen this guy do this thing in real life, and now I'm watching him in a video game.
Yeah. It is a little hard to describe, but yeah, it's a weird, like, it's almost like deja vu, but like in such a positive way, but also not quite. It's like that. There's a phrase for something that like gives off like something trying to be human, but it's not. Like the uncanny valley is the phrase.
Right.
But an uncanny valley is usually a negative description, right? That's said in like a creepy way, typically.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
Like if a doll looks too lifelike, yeah. This is like the only possible positive spin on that. The uncanny valley of like the Porter Hodge situation was incredible, and it was so thrilling. Like it was the best example of what an uncanny valley could be as a positive experience.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, gets a piece of it, but that's weakly grounded to second base, and Harry Ford is toast. Lineup turns over for the first time now, and it's Seiya Suzuki back up. And he gets under that, lifts it high into center field, and it stops just before the warning track.
Seen him running, I got excited.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to run out of space.
And Soto with 2 outs is at the plate. We held the lead for about half the game in Game 2 before giving it up. And now we're only ahead by 1.
Oh.
Hard hit, but foul.
And we need some production. We need to get out in the front so we have a little bit of breathing room.
And to not have to rely on long balls. I'd like to see more effective small ball play, which in Game 2 we had plenty of base runners. There was a lot of good hits that we had. And I felt like we were doing well, but the home runs were really the saving grace there.
Yeah, we didn't do a lot of anything but home runs. how we won the game. It was all home runs.
Yeah. We got people on the bags, but yeah, we couldn't bring them in the traditional manner. It had to be a home run or bust. And that is really exciting when it works like it did in Game 2. But, yeah, I don't want to have to rely on that. I'd rather do it the harder way and just get ahead, consistently scoring, and stay ahead.
Yeah, getting on base and driving runners in, that's exciting as hell. Like watching, to get two guys on and then drive in one or two and then drive in that guy again. Like, that's so much fun. The Jays done that against Detroit yesterday in their first game. They had a couple home runs in the first inning to get a lead, but it got tied up, and then later on, I think it was the fourth inning, they put up like an 8 spot. And it's so exciting to watch.
Yeah, 8 runs. Jeez. Swing and a miss, and Williams, who we've been largely ignoring on his start, has done very well. We're through 3 2/3, and he's only pitched 45 pitches so far.
You want to say anything and jinx it.
Oh, come on.
Well, he doesn't. Either Lawler or Woods last inning, they threw one, or maybe it was here before, they threw one in the same spot and was called a ball.
I think it was, might have been Ford.
Yeah, so we'll tit for tat, I guess. Oh, shit.
And that goes high into left field. Suzuki giving chase,
oh!
And he's got it!
Oh,
just
shit.
Before the wall.
Oh, okay, my heart can start beating again.
A long fly out to end the top of the 4th.
Ooh.
3, 4, and 5 now, beginning with Jordan Walker, and he will watch ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Still hitting 346.
Yep. Chance of let's go Cubs and Jordan Walker! Oh, no. Man.
Yeah.
That's a ball.
I knew that was foul right away. Wait, he dropped the bat. Yeah, fuck.
This is that one. It's now tied up at 2 and 2.
Come on, straighten one out and do the same thing.
Oh!
Friendly call.
Okay, full count, yeah. Fouled away.
Come on, Jordan, get on base.
Bailey Ober has also been very good for Minnesota. Swing and a miss as Walker's under it. But yeah, aside from that home run, Ober has been pretty much immaculate. Only 43 pitches for him now as that ball comes inside against Vlad.
1 for 9 in the fucking World Series.
Yeah.
Jesus. At least the one was a home run.
That's ball 2.
This is below, and it's 2-0 now.
No strike.
I did make a note of something as we were getting ready in our pre-recording, and I took a look back at the first video that we had for the Chicago Cubs. The introduction video, that cinematic, was absolutely beautiful. Huge ups to you one more time. Oh, that's a called strike. Glad he thought it was ball 4.
What? That was, I don't think I've ever seen that.
I haven't seen that in a, no.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Wow.
Chopped the bat and walked away. That was cool.
Yeah, he was ready for the walk, but the umpire said nope. Anyways, so I looked at the first video, and that cinematic was just an unbelievable effort that you put in. I loved it. It's beautiful. It gives me goosebumps every time that I watch it. It makes me very emotional. But I wanted to get to the screen where it showed the ratings on how the Chicago Cubs looked when we took them over in 2024. And so I wrote down the rankings that we had for all 6 aspects. We had overall contact, power, pitching, defense, and speed. And Lawler brings that way back into the warning track. And that's the 3rd out. So for the overall, I'd like to play, if you can give me, we'll just do a quick back and forth, okay? We'll do a rapid fire round. I'll say what the category is, and I want you to guess what the rating was, okay?
Okay.
All right. So for overall, out of all the organizations, what do you think we ranked?
When we first started?
Yeah.
13th.
13 is right. The price is right. Unbelievable. You win a World Series, and that'll be coming to you in 5 games. All right, so for contact, how do you think we ranked?
If we were ranked overall 13th, our contact, I think, was probably pretty decent, but I'm going to say around 15.
It was 10.
Wow.
A little better than that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, we cracked into the 10 column. For power, what do you think?
Oh, way down. I'm going to say 18.
It was 14. It was not that bad.
Wow.
At the time, we had
there was
Ian Happ on the team as well.
and Bellinger. Yeah.
Yeah, Bellinger. Suzuki, of course. We had a little bit of power.
A little bit.
For pitching, what do you think?
I think we had a pretty solid rotation. I'm going to say we were. I'm going to give us a little bit of a push. I'm going to say we were 9th.
We were actually 17th.
Holy
It is our worst ranked category.
Wow, pitching was that bad?
Pitching was that bad. We were ranked 17, which on paper doesn't sound that bad. But being in the back half of the MLB as far as pitching quality in the
I guess
organization.
our bullpen was pretty. Oh,
wow,
shit, that
thing
landed.
just floated.
Damn it.
Holy crap. And that is a 2-out knock from Kirilov, which will end up being a triple.
Damn it.
Wow.
What?
What the heck?
Okay. That was funny.
He was a bobblehead briefly at third base.
Our bullpen was a real rough. I think that's why our pitching was ranked 17. Yeah. I was just thinking started. I thought we had a decent rotation to start with.
Yep.
But yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, with the bullpen we had.
Oh yeah, I think if it's just the rotation, it would be a little bit better than that. I would anticipate probably like 13 or 14.
Yeah, I was being hopeful. I was being really hopeful.
All right, what about defense?
I'm gonna say we're about middle of the road at 15.
We actually cracked the top 10. We were number 9.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, 0-2 against Jenkins. We'll pause for a moment.
We had some decent defenders. Yeah, true enough.
Yep, we ranked pretty well.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And then I said it Walter again. It's Walker. Jenkins swings and misses. And Gavin Williams gets out of the jam at third base. And it's still scoreless for the Twins.
When you say get out of a jam, what kind of jam do you think of?
I think of raspberry jam.
Oh, nice.
I like a good raspberry jam. Seedless, of course. I do not like the texture of seeds in my jam.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I respect that.
Yeah. Just a nice, smooth experience. Love that fruit flavor. And it's a funny quirk that I have, actually, now that we're on the topic, that I do not like eating fruits directly. For instance, strawberries. I hate eating a strawberry, but I love the flavor. Anything strawberry flavored, absolutely. Give it to me. I'll eat it. But I do not want to eat a strawberry. Same thing for blueberries, raspberries. That's foul. Nope. I knew it.
I got excited.
You had the last one. I had this one.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That's an out.
What?
They caught it.
Where?
I guess on left field wall.
What? I didn't.
There's an out now, and now Josh Young is up to bat. He just took strike 1.
I don't understand what happened.
They caught that. The animation was a no-doubter that was going to go foul, and they caught it.
I'm kind of in shock. I don't understand. Because the camera done a weird glitch, and then all of a sudden...
Well, because the no-doubter played, right?
Yeah.
But I guess the dimensions of this particular field did allow them, like, to where the no-doubter would have been set up as an animation for a different field. So, like, if this wall is another 2 feet over to the left, the animation plays, but then somebody actually could get there, and that seems to be what happened.
We're going to have to check the replay after the game's over.
That was ridiculous.
I don't understand. I'm really in shock.
Oh, man.
But you were talking about you don't like eating fruits. That's weird.
Well, and, like, same thing for blueberries. Like, I don't like the skin of a blueberry. That's weird for me. Like, I'm okay with, like, the mush once you bite it. But, like, the weird, like, dry, cold exterior, I don't know. Like, it's strange to me. Raspberries, another. I absolutely hate it. The little hairs on the raspberry. Ugh.
You're not supposed to, like, lightly lick the fucking thing. It's like they tickle my tongue. Well, stop licking the raspberries, you weirdo.
Just rubbing raspberries on my tongue. That's how I spend my day, yeah.
Oh, that's why you don't get any work done. Now it makes sense. If anyone in Florida ever sees this weirdo on the side of the road licking raspberries, there you go.
You found me.
Yep.
You caught me red-handed.
See, I like raspberries. I like eating them. Strawberries, I love eating them. Blueberries, yeah. But The jam that I like, and it's probably, I don't know if this class is weird, but one flavor you don't get enough of is rhubarb. I'm a big fan of rhubarb.
Okay, I can respect that. Rhubarb is a solid choice.
I have a strawberry rhubarb jam in the fridge, and it's great.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to try that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, so finish off the ranking questions. We had one category left to go, and that was speed. What do you think we did? That's our final guess.
12.
Did you say 12?
12, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said well, and then I was waiting for you to get. Sorry, that was my hearing glitched out there for a second. No, this was our best ranked category at number 7.
Holy shit.
We had some wheels.
Who the fuck on the team was that fast? Other than
I don't
PCA.
know. Yeah, I think it was just him, actually.
It's all him. Gavin loses the number 9 hitter.
Yeah, I really don't know. The only one I could think of was possibly Nico Horner.
Yeah,
He's
he's
got
quick.
some decent speed.
Yeah. So I got a story about Julian here at the plate. So
Okay.
there wasn't last year, it was the year before.
Oh.
And Matt Devlin, who does announcing mostly for the Toronto Raptors, and I always know that because they were talking about him online. He was doing some announcing for the Jays, and I'm not a big fan of his announcing. He's used to calling basketball, right, which is a pretty fast-paced sport at the time, up and down the court. So baseball is a little slower. So he seemed like he was trying to announce, everything going on. And one of the things I found funny was he would say stuff and it'd be like out of context, like a bit of story about somebody or a background on a ball player or whatever. And then there was this one point out of nowhere, he just seemed to say Quebec City. And I was waiting for him to finish the fucking sentence, and I think the inning ended and he never got back to it. But he was talking about Julien because he's from Quebec. He's a Canadian. He's from Quebec City. And so he was talking about Julien, but he never finished the fucking sentence. And every time I see him now on the screen, automatically I remember that line going, Quebec City. And that's the end of the fucking statement. So every time I see him or Julien, it's like fucking Quebec City.
Oh, that's funny. I like that.
Fucking Matt Devlin, you bastard.
Oh. Gavin Williams, in story time there, was able to get a double play ground out. But there's a man on third with 2 outs, and it's 0-2 against Josh Naylor. And we got him! Williams gets out of another one.
Yeah.
A pitcher's duel through 6 so far. And Bailey Ober steps back in at the bottom of the 6th.
See, all this talking about jam and talking about the stats of the first of the series we started, the stress levels kind of leveled out. We're in the bottom of the 6th. We only got a 1-run lead. But my stress level isn't as high as it was,
Oh!
And it's lowered yet again!
And Suzuki says, "See ya later," into left field. And that's his 4th home run of the postseason. 445 feet off of the deep line drive over the left field wall.
Oh, man.
All right, and we're up by 2 now in the bottom of the 6th as Soto pops up into center field. Yeah, absolutely right, though. It's a great distraction. And it feels even more true to life to a commentary team because they will go off on these tangents. One of my favorites from last year was the Orioles broadcast team, and Ben McDonald on that broadcast team, a former O's pitcher, a really good guy, and just a fantastically odd commentator. He's a good old boy, so he's got a bit of a southern accent to him, and you can frequently catch him around wearing camo if you can see him. But he told the story. Oh, Jordan Walker, deep to right field. It's going back.
Off the wall.
No, it's off the wall. I thought that was gone.
Oh, so did I.
Wow. So anyways, Ben McDonald, it was not in a broadcast. It was actually just a sit-down interview with the different broadcasters. Oh,
Whoa.
They're going to walk. Who was that? I missed who it was. Was it Vladdy?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so they'll put 2 on for Jordan Lawler now. Only 1 out, and they're looking for the double play.
Yeah.
So anyways, the story that he told briefly, he made just a mention of it, but they forced him to tell the story because it was so incredible sounding. He told the story about donkey basketball and how he was a commentator for an event where people were playing donkey basketball. And it was one of my favorite random weird stories from a broadcast team. Lawler's going to pop that up behind the plate, and that will be out number 2. But yeah, just the kind of randomness you can get with a booth that talks, other than just the play-by-play. When they do add these stories and they talk about that stuff, you can still watch the game and register what's happening, but that, story time adventure that you take sometimes can be so entertaining and fun. And, it's also lowered my stress level and lowered as well after the Seiya Suzuki bomb there.
Yeah.
Ooh, misses, and it's 2-0 to James Wood. 2 outs now.
Oh.
He'll watch the first strike. Ooh, got a piece of the slider, but could only foul it, and it's evened up 2-2 now. 2 outs and 2 men on, and he watches strike 3 inside. James Wood goes down.
That doesn't help my stress level.
Nope. But that replay makes me feel better.
Yeah, a little bit. There we go.
Ah. Ooh. Ah.
Refreshing. You said we don't want it to rely on the long ball, and here we are, 2 long balls in.
Well, and we've had to rely on the long ball.
Yeah.
It provides a more stressful experience, but so far, the pitching from Gavin Williams has been absolutely everything that we could ask for.
Yeah, he's pitching a fucking gem.
And a pop-up that will be a foul behind the dugouts. 0-2 to Royce Lewis. And contact there, played at third base by Josh Young. The throw over, and Williams is through 6 1/3. Good curveball against Jeffers.
Oh, and another mention of life imitating art, or art imitating life, is we watched the Jays Tigers, and Jace Young was on the lineup for the Tigers.
Oh.
If anyone remembers, he's down in our minor leagues right now because he's third base, and his brother Josh is at third base. We got no room for him.
Yep. 2-2 to Jeffers as Williams evens up the count. Cannot get him to go after the circle change, so with 1 out, the count is full. Williams delivering pitch number 89. And it's a good one that gets Jeffers underneath it, and Harry Ford will get it just in front of home plate. We're out number 2. And we get the call inside for strike 1 against Brian Reynolds. So we lose game 1, we come back, game 2, we see the long ball win the day for us. Actually 3 2-run blasts in order to win that game. And now 2 solo shots in this game.
Oh!
Oh!
He turned into that.
Yeah, he turned the hip into that, ump.
Yeah, what, you not watching?
And here's Kirilloff, my old pal, with 2 outs, and now a base runner. Big swing and miss on the slider. Anyways, I would like game 3 here to just, if we can shut him out, I think that'd be a great statement. Great first game at home.
Oh, yeah.
And possibly give us that momentum for game 4 and 5. 0-2 to Kirilloff. And he got him! A circle change as Williams continues to impress through 7 full innings. Only 3 hits allowed.
Now pitching for the Twins.
Oh.
Number 61.
The Twins make a change to Brock Stewart, who has had 6 innings in the postseason. With a mixed bag of results, a 4.5 ERA, a very low strikeout rate, and righties have been absolutely crushing him. On the other side, lefties have not been able to see the ball well. Josh Young, 2 for 2 on the day, will be his first adversary. A friendly call for us, a ball that was clearly in the zone for Josh Young.
Yeah, bottom of the zone has been given some friendly calls both sides of the
it's been
diamond
pretty
here.
consistently bad. And that gets called for a strike. Questionable, as it was outside moving in, and it stayed out of the zone. But that's strike one, so I guess a gimme back to Minnesota. And there's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball,
Okay.
2 balls.
Come on, Josh. Righties have been crushing this guy.
Yeah. He's 2 for 2. He's seeing the ball well today. Not on that one. He flails, gets a piece of it, so
Jesus.
avoids the strikeout. And that misses inside. Count goes full now. Let's see if we can make something happen in the bottom of the 7th. Fouled away. Young stays alive, and Stewart's about to deliver pitch number 8 to him. And Young brings that high into left field. It continues to drive back to the track, and it's brought down.
Oh, that warning track power.
Yep.
Damn.
Ball, inside.
And a ball inside to Nico Horner, who is 4 for 8 in the World Series, but so far today, 0 for 2.
Yeah, he's got 2 of the 38 pop-ups we've had today.
Yeah. And he'll weakly ground that over to short, and Nico is
Oh.
out on a close play at first base.
Wow.
There's that speed.
I'd love to see a challenge.
That'd be cool, yeah. And Harry Ford at the bottom of the lineup, the anchor of the lineup. He's 0 for 2 today as well, and he's behind 0-1. Brings that high to the left of third base, and it looks to be playable, and it is. Brock Stewart gets out of the 7th. All right, top 8, and Gavin Williams is back out. Pitch number 96 misses. A slider inside to Walker Jenkins.
He's hitting 091.
Wow. I feel like even if this inning goes well for Williams, we pull him after this.
Yeah, that'd be my decision as well.
That's ball
8
3.
innings in the World Series, only 3 hits allowed to this point, no runs. I mean, he's been immaculate. And he'll get a pop out from Jenkins, and that should be the first out for Harry Ford, and it is. 1 down. But yeah, I think this will be a pitch number 100. So getting him past this point is just absolutely not necessary. We've preserved the bullpen. It's time to close it, I think, in the 9th.
Oh, 100%. There's no need to try to get him a complete game.
No. I mean, it'd be incredible for him. I would love that for him. But strategically, from a coach or a GM standpoint, I don't think that's what we do. And Austin Martin will have a 1 out, at least a double, as that goes into the right field wall. He might have the speed to try for 3, and it looks like he will.
Hey,
Yep, he is there, and Austin Martin spins the wheels quickly to get to third
Up
base.
next for Minnesota, the second baseman, Ed
And they do not pull Gavin Williams, as we are now in danger. Tying run at the plate for Julian, Quebec City. Here it is.
Damn you, Matt Devlin.
I hear there's great fishing in Quebec.
Great fishing.
Yeah. That's what I hear.
Okay. Could be. Never been.
Misses 2-0 against Julian. Pitch number 104 for Williams. Anything in play is going to score 1. Unless we've got the infield in. We throw home.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That'd be cool. Big swing. Ties it up to 2-2 now with 1 out and a man on third. Minnesota with their best scoring chance so far. And that goes deep back to left field. And it will be off of the wall. Williams has given up his first run. And Julian has a double and an RBI.
We were singing his praises a little too hard. We should have waited till he was out of the game.
Well, that's what happens. Oh, boy, what a moment for young Mark Cordero, who gets the call as we seek to save Game 3 in the World Series. He's only pitched a single out, and it was a strikeout.
100% strikeout rate. Let's keep that going.
Wow. We need 2 outs, and we've got a man in scoring position. The tying run is 180 feet away, and Carlos Correa is up to the plate. Big moment for Mark Cordero. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Oh, boy.
I'm so nervous.
Oh, and that has popped up. Harry Ford giving chase. He goes to the wall, and he does pull it in. We've got 2 outs. Cordero's got 1.
I'm so nervous for Cordero.
And Big Bubba Naylor is at the plate now. Yeah, the showdown that we did not anticipate. A sinker is called for a strike. Oh, boy.
Oh, we don't get the change up at the bottom.
Misses below the zone. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss there as Josh Naylor's going to open up that fridge and see what's for dinner here in just a moment as he's about to be sent back to the dugout. Foul. Come on.
Oh.
He'll watch the sinker away. 2-2. 2 outs, man on second as the Twins seek to tie or take the lead.
No!
And that goes into left field. It will tie the game for sure. Josh Naylor with a 2-out clutch hit for a double. And Cordero has blown this game to tie it in the top of the 8th.
Now batting. First base.
Must have been sitting too close to Taj Bradley in the bullpen.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Should have been a strike. 1-0 instead to Royce Lewis. There's a good fastball, low and away for strike 1. As it's a brand new ball game now. Here in the late innings, the Twins have tied it. Oh, come on. He crossed the plane there. The sinker's in there for strike 2. It's evened up now. Cordero versus Lewis. Nope. Changeup does not get him to chase. It fell well below the zone. And now, full count. Cordero delivering. And that's played over at third base. Josh Young with the throw over. And we are going to the bottom of the 8th with a tie ball game. Suzuki, Soto, Walker as we turn the lineup over for the 4th time in the game. 1, 2, 3 due up against Brock Stewart.
Oh, stress is back.
Yes, it sure is. My body feels heated. Fingers are tingling. Might be having a heart attack.
You can't do that right now. Go take an aspirin. You got time for that shit.
2-1.
Oh,
Strike gets in there for 2-2. Crush another one. Chop it foul. Oh, jeez.
fuck.
No! The sweeping curve under the zone gets him to chase, and it's strikeout. And Soto comes back. Easy take outside. Chicago fans on their feet singing, "Let's go Cubs."
1-1.
Oh, that should have been crushed.
Come on, Soto. We pay you $30-some million a fucking year. Get your shit together.
1-2.
That's bullshit.
Oh, boy.
Fuck, that was close.
That was as close as can be, and it's 2-2. Stewart delivers, and Soto fouls it away. Oh, he's underneath it, and it's going to be a shallow infield pop-up in front of second base. 2 outs now for Brock Stewart as Jordan Walker steps in. MVP chants from the crowd.
Oh, sure,
Strike
you call
one.
that a strike, you fucking bum. Show him why you're going to be the MVP, Jordan.
Yep. Oh, 0-1. Gets the call inside, and it's strike 2 against Walker. And he takes that high to left, but it goes foul into the crowd. For just a moment, he had me. Oh, another one.
God.
Still 0-2.
1 ball.
All right, he takes a ball. Pitch number 30 now from Brock Stewart as he's had to work. Oh, did he go? No. And it's 2-2.
Oh.
Gets a piece of that into the right field stands this time as Walker is having a battle at the plate.
The count is full.
Way down and in, and the count goes full now. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th for Jordan Walker. Stewart delivers, and Walker fouls it again.
Holy moly.
Are we in double digits yet?
He's got to say the pitch count here soon.
Fouled again, and this might be it. No.
Weird. Yeah, this is a lot of pitches.
And
Yes.
finally, Walker wins the battle. He wears down Stewart and gets a single into center field.
Up next to the Cubs. The first
And they
baseman,
chose to intentionally walk him last time. Vladimir Guerrero will be at the plate, but they make a change
now
on the
pitching for
mound.
Minnesota, Number 33, Josh Stamon.
Oh, it's Stamont.
Say Stamont.
Stamont.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. All right, the go-ahead run is on first base for Vladdy, but we've got 2 outs, so we need something really, really good. And that's 2 strikes quickly against him. Stamont came in and looks good. 0-2, and misses above the zone. No!
Ah, damn it, Vladdy.
Why?
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, no. Top of the 9th now with a tie ball game, and Cordero is still going to be on the mound, at least to begin, against Ryan Jeffers. Big swing and a miss. Behind 0-2.
One ball.
Into the dirt. He loses track of the changeup.
All 2.
A little better, but it's still a ball. 2-2.
All right, Cordero, get your shit together.
And he punches him out. A strike at the top of the zone called. And that's the first out for Cordero. Ryan Reynolds 0 for 2 today. He turned and hit his hip with that ball in the 7th. That was intentional.
Yep,
We all saw it.
we did.
And the sinker for strike 2 at the bottom of the zone. Cordero's ahead. And the timing was off, but Reynolds stays alive off of the foul ball.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
We need a solid 2 more outs from Cordero to have a chance to walk it off. And we get strike 3 inside. Reynolds caught looking.
The designated hitter.
And here we go. It comes down to Kirilov, the only twin that I've got affection for. Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah, don't hurt us, please. No, no.
Nope, that's the ball.
1-1 to Kirilov now. And a dribbler to short, and Jordan Lawler will play that, and we now will have the opportunity to walk it off. Cordero gets out of the 9th.
Wow, a mirror. He runs
Yep.
6 hits, no errors. Come on, Lawler.
All right. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Jordan Lawler with all his dormant power waiting at the plate. Strike in there, and it's 0-2.
1 ball, 2
This
strikes.
is badly on that curve. Oh, man. You know, when you see it hanging and it comes in like that so slowly, the
Oh,
anticipation, oh, man.
come
The
on.
anticipation of it being taken over the wall because it looks so good to hit.
Just the big fatty right there.
Yeah. All right, so there's one down now for James Wood. He will watch strike one come through.
Come on, James. It's a good time for you to walk this off. You're 0-10. Time to go 1-11. Walk it off. Shake that bad mojo.
Ball, that's out.
I need a hero. And that is lifted high into left field and not quite to the warning track. We've got 2 outs off of the deep fly out for out number 2. Josh Young, 2 for 3, will get the final chance to walk it. He could definitely do it.
Oh, easy.
And that's strike 2, high and tight. Stamont ahead of him now, 0-2.
Outside, that's a ball.
And that's a miss outside. Whew. Young defending the zone, fouls it off into the stands in right.
That's out.
Ball 2 on the slider.
I like how he's not even attempting to chase that.
No. And he punches that through, and it cannot be played at second. Young running as fast as he can, and he's there. Single in the infield. Oh, boy.
Come on, Nico.
The winning run is on, but with 2 outs now, it's going to take Nico Horner. Vladdy had the same situation and couldn't do it, and now Nico. If we can get that right field line drive that the Twins have been getting over and over, that'll do it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
0-2 to Nico Horner now.
That's a ball.
Misses. Game 3 has been a really, really good one so far, man. It's been a pitcher's duel. We've had the lead for most of it. Oh, great. And with 2 outs and the count goes full, Young will be on the move. Horner, he hits it. Right center field. Will it fall?
Yes!
Yes,
Go!
it will.
Go!
It absolutely does. Will Young come around and go home?
Go!
He's going. The slide, he's out.
No!
What would have been a spectacular walk-off turns into the extra innings push as Minnesota stays alive and prevents the walk-off.
Yeah, I thought it had been Pete Crow on the base. We should have put in a pinch runner.
Oh, man.
That's a ball.
And Cordero comes back out to the top of the 10th.
Ball 2.
I think we should have pulled him at this point. 2-2 off of the strike on the bottom part of the zone to Walker Jenkins. Fouled away. Oh man, that was so heartbreaking.
Count full.
Misses below. Count goes full.
But that just landed in the gap.
He got him! Yeah, just a couple feet over. And that would have been it. Strike 1 comes through against Austin Martin.
That's a ball.
Oh, stress.
Yep, it's back.
Oh man, a meatball there, but Martin fouls it away, and he's behind 1-2. Cordero delivering pitch 39. And it's a good one, as it'll get a ground out to Vladimir at first base. And now here he comes, Quebec City himself. 2 for 4 today, and he'll watch strike 1. And we get a call there, the changeup inside. Cordero ahead 0-2. No chase. Fastball misses in.
2 strikes to count.
And that's hit hard down the left field line, and it's foul.
Oh. Yes!
And we got him! Cordero strikes him out, and we'll get another chance to walk it off.
Oh, man.
Now pitching for Minnesota.
Minnesota making another change, and we'll see Miguel Castro again. We saw him in Game 2.
A 10.80 ERA looks good for us.
Yeah, it is. 9, 1, and 2, beginning with Harry Ford. Between Ford, Suzuki, and Soto. Any one of these three could absolutely do it. Ford hit 2 home runs yesterday to help us win Game 2. Can we walk it off? Hero Harry could be the guy.
Oh.
We get a friendly call there on that slider, I think. That's 2-0.
Oh,
Contact, and it goes through. Past Castro.
Nice.
And Ford is on a leadoff runner for Chicago.
Now batting, left fielder.
Oh, come on, Suzuki. Come
Ford
on,
has
Ford.
absolutely got speed. If we have the same scenario happen, I think Ford absolutely makes it home.
Worst thing is, he won't be running on the pitch because it's not out.
That's
So-
true, yeah.
If Suzuki can put one out into the gap, stop at third. Unless it's like a big time rolls to the wall.
Right, that right field corner.
Oh.
Oh, 1 and 2 off of the questionable call, and Suzuki's behind. Oh, man. Flails at that one inside and chops it foul,
He's protecting his jump.
I guess.
Oh.
Whew. Nervous about the bottom part of the zone as he fouls the slider off.
2 balls.
And that's in the dirt, and Harry Ford will remain put on first base, but the count evens up at 2 and 2 now. And defending the bottom again, and it's fouled away.
We got a full count.
Okay, here we go. Full count. Nobody out. Harry Ford with all his speed on first base. And that is a ball. Castro has walked Seiya Suzuki. And we're going to pinch run PCA for Suzuki. And now Soto is up. Nobody out. 2 men on. Extreme speed on both bases.
Oh.
Hard hit and foul.
God, I wish that had been a little straighter down the line.
Yep.
Just a
I would
gap.
almost say a double steal right now. Both of these guys could steal a base. If Ford gets out, it's at third. It puts PCA in scoring position
Yeah.
with, I think he's got like 98 speed or something like that. I think I would take that trade to prevent the double play.
Yeah, that'd be a good call.
Yeah, double steal right now, Ford and PCA.
That's
Got an out to burn. And it's 2 and 2 against Soto. Because the other option is you leave him put and you expect Soto to do something.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, and it looks like he will! Soto,
Oh.
deep to right field. No, it's caught. It doesn't fall in the gap. That will advance Ford over to third base, though. And we've got men on the corners with only 1 out.
MVP. MVP.
MVP.
Oh! Oh!
And he attempts the bunt.
Yes!
And that's it.
Yes!
The Cubs win.
Yes!
It was a bunch steal, and Harry Ford is able to get home. Cubs
Oh.
win in Game 3 as we
Fuck.
take the lead in the World Series for the final time.